I'm out here protecting my peace, as you can see in nature. Nature heals, okay? I'm doing my mental health run. It's so good for your soul, all right? But that's a whole nother video. I want to talk to you about 3 or 4 things that you need to quit that will change your life. And I'm not talking about some magic things that you have to work so hard to start doing. No, these things literally are in your control. And when I looked at my life, when I realized that when I started quitting these things, my life progressed majorly, right? It wasn't the big changes that made major changes in my life. It was the small things. It was the things that were in my control, okay? So number 1, quit trying to please everybody. You will live in a prison. You will live unfulfilled, trying to please the world. The first step to being happy is trying to please everyone else. Let me tell you something. It is an impossible task. Somebody, somewhere, at some time is not going to like what you do. No matter how great you are, somebody's not going to like that. No matter how much goodness you give to the world, somebody's not going to like that. No matter how hard you're going for your dreams, somebody's not going to like that. No matter how much you're selling your life, somebody's not going to like that. There's always going to be somebody who gets offended by your greatness, who gets offended by who you are as a person. You're not living this life to be liked. I'm not telling you to be a bad person. I'm not telling you to be evil. I'm telling you to be you. And even your most pure, authentic, caring self, there's somebody that's going to have a problem with it. And if you spend your whole life trying to please the world, you will live a very unbalanced life. You will live a life of unfulfillment because you're trying to do something that's impossible. All right, so number 1, stop trying to please everybody. Number 2, stop trying to be perfect, okay? Perfection is a myth. And it's time for you to disarm the myth of perfection. Now, you might say, Trent, I want to be the best version of myself. I'm all for that. I want you to go on that journey of perfection, right? I want you to go on that journey of being the greatest version of yourself. But some of us, we're so afraid of what people are going to say. We're so afraid of opinions that we're afraid to fail. And I'll tell you right now, if you're afraid to fail, you're afraid to succeed. We're afraid to be transparent. If you're afraid to be transparent and deal with the things you need to deal with, you'll never heal from the pain that you're currently going through, right? Perfection, man. Don't sit here and smile for the camera and die behind the scenes. Social media has convinced everybody that you got to live a perfect life because we're always comparing our life to what we see online. Somebody's showing you their highlights. They ain't showing you their real life. Somebody's showing you what they think you want to see. They're not showing you the behind the scenes. Like, perception has become the new God. Don't let perception be the God of you. How people see you is their business, not yours. So stop trying to be perfect, because I'll tell you right now, the road to perfection, the mountaintop to perfection, the climb is made up of imperfection. The road is paved with imperfections. And that's how you grow. That's how you learn. That's how you become better. By using your most imperfect times, by using your mistakes, by using your failure as lessons to become the greatest you. The reason that I'm at where I'm at today, it's not because I've been perfect. It's because I messed up a lot and I use those mistakes to create the greatest me inside of me. Okay, so number 2 is quit trying to be perfect. Number 3, quit settling for less. Okay, you should never, listen to me clear. You should never have to lower your standards to meet people at their level. You got to make them raise their standards to meet you at yours. This is just truth. And I know the truth hurts, but it's facts. Some of us, we're in a place in our life of depression. We're in a place of our life of not loving ourselves because we ignored our worth so much. We allow people to tell us what we're worth. We allow people to convince us that we should settle for less. We allow people to determine our self-esteem. And we allow these people to control us, whether it's a relationship, whether it was a job, a boss, whether it was a friend, and you settle for less. And I'll tell you right now, settling leads to suffering. Because when you settle, you realize that there's going to create a disconnect because you know you should be at a certain level of your life, but you're here and you'll feel this void in your life. Stop settling for less. People might call you stuck up. Who cares? People might say, oh, you changed. Who cares? Don't let people determine your worth when your worth has already been determined. Don't let people call you invaluable when you're valuable because of how you were created. Okay, so never settle for less. And this is a bonus. Number 4, stop trying to control the things that are out of your control. Okay, quit trying to control the things that are out of your control. So many people, and this was me at so much in my life, you're so focused on the external. You're so focused on everything outside of you, right? What people say about you, rumors, all these things that you can't control. You might can influence certain things, but I'll tell you right now, you might not be in control of what the world gives you, but you're always in control of what you accept. This life is not an external battle, my people. This life is an internal war. Your greatest battle is here. So my question I want to ask you right now is, what are the things that are in your control that you can change right now? Right? You might not can change you getting a raise tomorrow. You might not can change people liking you. You might not can change, how many followers you have on social media, but you can control and change the internal dialogue that you're having within yourself. Because when you change the internal, the external takes care of itself. So focus on what you can control, because when you focus on what you can't control, that's when your life becomes out of control. So what are the changes that you can make right now? The small changes that you can make right now that will change your life, because it's impossible to change your life without making changes. But like I say at the end of every single video, it all starts with you. Quit doing these things, man, and watch your life go to another level. Watch your peace become stronger. Watch your focus become better, and watch your self-esteem grow. It's rehab time. Let's get it. Make sure you subscribe by hitting the bell button, and make sure you share this with somebody, because somebody needs it. Straight up.